Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. If you are new to our channel, subscribe, drop this video a like and get involved in the comment section down below. So Aston Villa 1, Southampton 0. If you've not watched the fan cams, go back and check the fan cams after the game. Raw emotion from Villa fans. It was great to see. So many of you come down as well. So that was fantastic. But 1-0 going into the game. I thought what Villa put on for the Queen was brilliant. I thought it was just class, to be fair. Class from Villa. The programme was class. So fair play Villa and the fans for being the best fans around. So well done for that as well. So it was nice just to pay you sort of respects through football, and that's the way I was able to do it. So it was fantastic stuff. So team sheet came out, and I was just really surprised that Douglas Luiz has been benched. I thought he had a real good game against Man City, and I just wasn't sure on why he did it. He brought Ramsey back into midfield, brought Coutinho back in, and we know Coutinho had a really good week's training, so fair enough. But I was just a little bit unsure on why he dropped Douglas Luiz, because I thought he played really well, and I sort of thought if you're not going to sell Douglas Luiz for 25 mil, then you play him every week. And now I'm just a bit like, why didn't we just sell him if we're not going to play him every week? So that area I just felt was sort of a little bit weird, because I'm just a bit at the minute, just a bit like we seem to chop and change our lineup all the time, and I don't think that helps with us. I don't think that helps with confidence and trying to build momentum and everything like that. So when the team sheet came out, that was one thing that I was a little bit miffed with, really. But let's talk about the game then. So I thought we did okay. I thought out of the two teams, we were the better team. I thought we had a bit more control. We had a little bit more about us going forward. I think we were trying different things, whether it was getting out wide or we were trying a progressive carry with the ball. But it was a poor game. It wasn't an enjoyable game to watch. I remember in my seat at one point thinking, it's just not great watching this, is it? But I think that was more of because you knew what could potentially come. It mirrored the West Ham game, which, a lot of these games that we're playing at the minute, there's not a lot in them. There weren't a lot in the West Ham game. There was nothing in the Southampton game. So, although we haven't got that bright spark, we never been hardly battered by teams apart from sort of like the Arsenal game. Well, I thought we did get sort of battered. City was a bit different, wasn't it? But so in that essence, I don't think it's that bad. That there's things to work on, things to build. I think Gerrard's interview after the game, when he was sort of saying that he's tried to just strip it back, sort of thing, and build confidence, and then the performances will come. And I can see that a little bit, but I can just see that we just look a little bit fragile. We look a little bit fragile, and we look a little bit bereft of any confidence. And I think it's got to start to grow. It's got to start to build quickly, because I don't want to see us sort of grinding out these 1-0s playing like that every week. But on a positive, that they are actually decent. I think I remember last season when West Ham was just winning games, and they were just winning like 1-0, churning it out, being dogged. So yeah, all in all, not the best, not the prettiest. Yes, we ground it out. Yes, I saw battle, I saw passion towards the end, and yeah, I just want to see us just playing a little bit better, with a little bit more freedom, with a little bit more going forward. I want to see us creating more chances, but let's just take the baby steps then, and take it as the 3 points, go into the international break, and come back all guns blazing, hopefully. So I'm going to share the screen now, and let's have a little look. So, shape of the team was better, a lot more compact, a lot more organised. This is starting to look more organised, which is better. The fullbacks weren't bombing on too far forward. Mings and Konsa, little free here, drops us a free when we've got the ball. I thought the two in midfield were pretty narrow, pretty together as well. And I think everything just looks a better shape, doesn't it? Gone are the sort of the chaotic days of early on in the season. So yeah, I'm happy with how that's looking. We had 53% of the ball, 11 shots, 3 on target. They had 7 shots and 1 on target. We had 6 corners. Now, I think our corners are looking quite decent. I'm not saying that's just because Douglas Luiz shoots from every single one of them, but he did nearly score again, didn't he? Our corners look a little bit more creative. We look like, I don't know, they just look like we can score from them these days. They're not in the first man. I just think they do look a little bit creative with the runners that are going in. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Big chances, 3. Big chances missed, 2. Hit the woodwork once. Counter attacks, 1. Counter attacks, 1. Counter attack shots, 1. We had 413 passes, 74% passing accuracy, 49% long balls. Yeah, we were going long quite a lot, weren't we? And I don't know about that. I just think for Watkins, we need to just get the ball on the floor and let him run in between the lines, make those runs. Because at times I feel like when Coutinho gets the ball and at times it looks like he's got no one to pass to. So that was another little observation. Possession lost 177 times, which isn't great. You're turning the ball over too many times. Total duels won 80. Aerial duels won 28. I did say that we would win more aerial duels in the preview. It's one of Southampton's weaknesses. Tackles 34. The majority of the game, like the majority of Southampton's game, is in the middle third of the pitch. Our attacks predominantly came down the left-hand side with Luca Dean. No surprise. That's where it goes through virtually every game. And then their attacks came down their left-hand side as well with Walker Peters. League table, we are currently in 13th place, 7 points. Looking a little bit better, isn't it now? Plenty to build on. We've got Leeds next and then Forest. And then shout out to Tyrone Mings because I thought he was fantastic in this game. He won 2 of his 2 ground duels. He won 4 of his aerial duels. And I thought Tyrone Mings, for me, was probably my man of the match. So yeah, one little observation that I want to pick up on as well is I thought when Tyrone Mings is in the for the corners and he stays up and then sometimes when he's running with the ball from centre half, he looks really, really threatening. And I don't know what you guys think, Villa fans, but I feel like a big, tall target man would suit this team a lot better because the attributes of what we're trying to get Ollie Watkins to do, it's not really his game, is he? I thought Watkins did well when he was sort of like nipping the ball off him. I thought he pressed really well, but it was just when I think there was that one moment when he just got the ball and he could have just touched it and done. He could have just shot, and that I just felt like it just ran away from him. And yeah, it does feel like we're still playing in stages a little bit. Like there's no cohesion, but I think if we have gone back to basics, it's about grinding the results out. Then we have learned our lesson from West Ham because we lost that one towards the end, didn't we? And we were strong, we were resolute, we were difficult to beat. It looks like it's a difficult place to come to, Villa Park. But I just think the football just needs to be that little bit better. We need that little bit more creativity. So what we're going to do now is we are going to do our player ratings. So Villa fans, head over to UTV Podcast and go on Social Hub and go on your player rating when it wants to load. So here we got our player ratings for Southampton. So I'm going to give Martinez, didn't really have a lot to do, did he? I thought his kicking was okay. So I'm going to give Martinez, gets an extra point for the clean sheet. So we get an 8 for the clean sheet. For Ashley Young was good. I don't think he was as good as his last game. I don't think we can keep relying on him to be the performances of the Manchester City game. I thought he lost possession a couple of times in dangerous areas. But all in all, you can see his leadership on the pitch, can't you? You can see that, he's an absolute leader on that pitch, and he just wants to get the best out of every player on the pitch. Konsa, don't think he did anything wrong that I can remember. I'd give him an 8. Luca Dean, I thought he was okay. We've just not seen the best out of Luca Dean at the minute. I thought Tyrone Mings was absolutely class. I thought he was my man of the match. Kamara, I did think he was having one of his poorer games, to be fair, in the first half. And hopefully his injury is not too bad. McGinn, second half performance, a lot better. The challenges, they're getting stuck in. I felt like towards the end of the game, he was winning us them 3 points. So I thought McGinn had a really good game. First half gave the ball away a lot. But second half, I thought it was a lot better for McGinn. Ramsey, decent, got his goal. I'm going to give him a 7. Again, it comes down to this midfield. I just don't think that 3 works, if that makes sense. I don't think that's our strongest 3 in the middle. Coutinho, I thought he had a really good game. I'm going to give him a 7. Leon Bailey gave the ball away a lot. Always wants to go on his left foot. I felt like when he went on his right foot and he whipped that ball in, it was a lot better. It was a more dangerous ball to put in. So I'm going to give him a 6. Ollie Watkins, tireless presser, tireless runner. I'm going to give him a 7. But we need to see him more dangerous in the box, in and around 6-yard box, 18-yard box. We need to see danger. I think if you tell me Ollie Watkins is well, what would you give him for like pressing and trying to win the ball back? I'll give him a 10. But he's not in the team to do that. He needs to get further forward. He needs to make forward-thinking runs, and he needs to be more dangerous. Dougie Luiz, when he came on, I'd give him a solid 6. Buendia, when he came on, 6. Didn't really like Villa Park, did he? Then Donker the same. I'll give him a 6. And then Danny Ings, I'll give him a 6 as well. So they are my player ratings, Villa fans. Head over to our website, drop your player ratings in there. Hopefully I've not been too harsh on that performance, but yeah, I just think we just need a bit more, don't we? So Villa fans, be sure to drop your thoughts in the comment section, and then drop your player ratings in on the website as well. So thanks for watching, and up the Villa.